Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to go back to one of the things I was talking about a few minutes ago about the Indian friend that I have. His family, his relatives, etc. He's got in India. They're suffering because of what's happening in the Middle East directly. And he kept saying, "You don't know." Americans, and I agree with Americans, don't know. And then we started talking about it. And here's the reason why. In this country in Europe that you're talking about, they know what pain is. They know what suffering is. They know what death is. And look at two world wars that happened in Europe. The Middle East had wars. I mean, what it's like to live in a bad environment with basically nothing, or everything gets taken away from you. That has never happened in this country before. Never, never. And we got a ding dong salesman here, full brush salesman up here, telling us that we're all fine. So people just don't pay attention. And people in this country have no idea what it's like to suffer and be in pain. People get annoyed if their TV doesn't turn on or their internet doesn't work. What if you have nothing? I talked to somebody that was in Israel when all this bombing stuff was going on, and she said something interesting. She said, literally, this lady's probably in her 60s. She said, you literally can't take a piss. And I said, what do you mean? I thought she was just joking. She said, but the point was this: when she finally got to her sister's house, her mother died. That's why she was in Israel, but her mother had passed away. And she went there and she said, the first things that you learn is the sirens. The sirens have different tones to them. So if you have a siren, one particular one, she says, you'll be going to take a leak. And there's one siren that knows that you get close to a minute before you have to do something. And then she said, there's another siren that only gives you like 25 seconds. So she said, if you're taking a piss, you just get up and you go to a safe place. But you can tell by the tone of the sirens that are going on. How would you like to live like that? And we don't have anything going on in this country. And again, like I said, your internet doesn't work, or you can't get gas, and people are going to bitch and complain. There's some bad shit coming. And this ding dong that was on TV last night knows it. He knows it. I just don't know what's going to break. That people are going to wake up. Let me put it this way: I don't expect people to do anything. At least understand to some degree and start asking questions like, "What the fuck is really going on here?" See you later.